it's good to be like-minded creatively, spiritually. If you're doing a Christian album, I think it's important that you know that your producer appreciates your faith and what you're trying to communicate. Dennis is very grounded in his faith.
Something about his character that just kind of drew me to him, to know that I could trust him with these songs that I cared about.
In speaking with other producer people, I've not run into anybody like him. Just a great guy, very, very kind, very tender, and felt like that would be right for me.
And I was very impressed in how personable he was. And he didn't treat me like another client. He treated me like a person, and he cared about my songs. He cared about what they were about, and he wanted me to help me develop my own music and my career, but not just for his own gain.
I just respect him so much as a person. I respect his talent, and I respect the fact that he cares so deeply about the song.
I tell people that I think Dennis is one of the good guys when it comes to the music business. I think he's trustworthy.
I think it's all about trust. I was able to really just turn loose of the reins and fully trust him, and that's something I didn't think would happen so quick. So it was really easy just to turn loose and trust.
I was very impressed, obviously, with his musicianship and what he brought to the table.
I felt like he respected me as an artist, and yet was able to say to me, okay, now this is my job as your producer to pull this out of you in a way that you wouldn't achieve on your own.
He had such a professionalism with the studio people, but he selected them very carefully, and I love that.
Yeah, Dennis did help me take my music to a higher level. With Dennis, I felt like he was on the same page as me in a lot of regards, and yet he had a lot of expertise to lend to what I could do. It made it so much more.
One of the things I love most about Dennis is that I think he feels a real calling to serve new artists.
His friendship, his mentoring, really, I think, just kind of helped me develop as an artist as well.
I think Dennis affirms to the artist that they need to be themselves and do what they do well. He affirmed my artistry to just be who I was.
In the process, he valued my opinion and my ideas so highly.
Communication is really important, and I think Dennis is really good about that, about listening to what do you want to accomplish with this project? What's the end result that you want to achieve here? I felt like he was somebody that really listened to me, and that's what I would recommend to somebody, is find somebody that hears your heart and that you feel like will represent you well as the artist.
He was so open to saying, again, I want this to be a reflection of who Glenn Green is, and so whatever steps we need to take to make that happen, we're going to do.
But also, I was really impressed with him as a person and his heart for Christian music and doing it with integrity. Even somebody that hasn't worked with Dennis will find really quickly that he's very diplomatic, he's very tactful, he's very gentle.
Dennis made it personal from the beginning.
He is one of the people that I would want to have it right about Jesus every single year he could possibly be here, because I know he knows what he's talking about, and he comes with the heart of a servant, wanting to help people and to help them get better, and that he'll do it lovingly and with gentleness and kindness and with integrity.
He always had my best interest in mind. I think he approached it as a steward. He gets the most out of the dollars that you're going to spend on the recording. He took great responsibility with what we were going to personally have to invest in the project.
When you're choosing a producer for your project, I know that it's a big investment of money, first of all, but also of time. You're going to spend a lot of time with your producer. don't make your choice simply on budget. That you have to think about more than just the money. You have to think about how is this person going to contribute to my ministry, my artistry, because the producer's stamp is going to be on what you do.
Absolutely, you owe it to yourself to go and at least meet with him and check out what he has to say, what he has to share. And I believe without question, you will see that he has a heart for God. You'll see that he has a heart for the independent artist.
Absolutely endorse Dennis for any up-and-coming artist. I think he's a great choice for anybody that's going through the process for the first time.
I would completely recommend Dennis to artists, and I have since we've worked together. He'll help somebody get the best out of what they're doing.
Yeah, I would totally recommend Dennis. He's just one of the good guys.
I would definitely recommend Dennis to someone who is just really good at what he does.
And I think God has put him in the lives of so many new artists to help them take their music to the next level. And I know he's a man of integrity, and I can recommend him without any hesitation.
You need to use you some Dennis.